Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel today. If you enjoyed this review, please drop a like and please subscribe down below. I appreciate all the support from everybody. And yes, I have a little bit of a bandage on here. I had a little bit of a wrist injury at work, so please ignore that throughout the video. And we have a Nike box, retro style, in front of us, half cardboard, well, more like 2/3, but there's a split there with some orange, and you have a little bit of like what would look like a paparazzi flash on a camera that's kind of in round here, and then you have the little circle area. And just do it on the side, flipping around to the front. By the title, you saw it was an Air Force One Low Retro Quick Strike. That's what the QS stands for. In a white classic green, men's size 12, and these are 150 US without the retail on the side, plain paper on the inside. And this pair of Air Force Ones released very recently. I believe it was August 23rd. I will make sure the date's correct, for 150 US. And this is what we are looking at today. So if you do not know about this pair, let me go into a little bit of an explanation here. So up here you will see the first photo of this pair, which was pair number 1 in the West Indies pack, released in 2002. I believe it was in May, and it was the green pair was number 1. You had number 2, which was released a year later in 2003. That was the yellow pair. In a year later, in 2004, you had a red pair, which was number 3. That's what they called it, West Indies 1, 2, 3. And then you had West Indies 4, which actually released 2 years after. That is my favorite pair of all of those original releases. That came out in 2006, and that pair had that large graphic along the back heel area that was this enlarged. I thought it was an awesome sneaker. So this one is now 20 years old, 2002 to 2022. It was also the 40th anniversary this year of the Nike Air Force One, 1982 to 2022. And I think this is a really awesome release. On top of that, I will say right off the bat, the quality is really nice. You will get them out the box and they will feel stiff, but if you bring them up and you smell the leather, it actually smells like a nice genuine leather, not a synthetic plastic leather or some sort of aftermarket leather where they just kind of like put material coating over it and it's got a funky factory smell. This smells like good leather, something you'd have from a leather jacket. I really like the quality of these. Granted, it is $150 for an Air Force One Low, which is pretty high. And the West Indies pack, I will show the stitching back there. West Indies in red, green, and the yellow palm tree. If you do not know your geography, the West Indies is down in the Caribbean area. Quite a bit of countries make up that entire, I think it's the Antilles and the Caribbean archipelago. I'm not a geography major. I believe that's correct. And inside you will see a lot of the countries on the insole, which is really cool. You have a white insole with that kind of green and black mashup of writing, and you've got Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, you've got Montserrat, Kitts, Grenada. I mean, there's a lot of countries in there, and I like how they include the islands and kind of give you an idea of what it's representing. And for me, I've actually been to Bermuda. I've actually been to the Caribbean, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. I loved Bermuda, incredible, when we were flying in on the plane, the homes, the way the island looks. This is what this represents, island life, the Caribbean, and I'm all for that. I would love to have my hands on the original pack. I will one day maybe eventually get those, and hopefully I can actually collect them all. You have an all green outsole that was very similar to the original. Same leather upper, very close to the original. I will throw a photo up actually of the originals from before so you can kind of see side by side. And going around to the back heel, you have the Nike stitched in yellow on that green leather tab. Your medial side is just a nice all white leather. You get one pair of laces, which is white with clear tips, so there's nothing special about the laces, no extra ones unfortunately. I would have liked to seen maybe a yellow or a green pair or a red pair, something to fit the colors of the packs, and the fact that they were 150, you know. There is your white leather toe box with a white swoosh stitched below the lace dubray. You do get a special lace dubray, which is nice, in a white gloss with the West Indies. If that will focus up close, that's pretty good. And going up the tongue, you have a nice white leather material, which once again feels really nice. You have kind of like a green trim piping that goes over the side of the tongue in the top. West Indies on the tag with the palm tree in yellow, green tag, and then at the bottom, of course, anniversary edition for the anniversary of the Air Force One. And you could consider it actually a 20th anniversary retro of this, because I do not remember them ever retroing these. I think they came out in 2002 and that was it, and now we have them this year in 2022. So once again, if you are a fan of the Air Force Ones, these are still in stock in places. I will leave a link down below to where you could buy them. I would recommend picking these up and adding them to the collection. And you saw before, we have a green lining, which actually looks like a mesh kind of basketball short. If you look right there back in the heel, you can see a little bit of padding and that kind of netting texture, and it feels really good on foot. It's nice. I like to go down half a size in Air Force Ones. I feel like they run that big, so I'll make sure to leave the sizing advice in text as well. And other than that, there's not too much else to talk about. Both sneakers do have the same details with the West Indies on the back, Nike Air on the heel, plain medial side. You do get the West Indies tongue on both pairs, and you do have the same insoles that have a little bit of a mix-up. So, overall, I think it is a solid buy if you are into Air Force Ones. Maybe you're from the islands. If you are from that area, from the Caribbean, and you're watching this video, that is awesome. What is going on? It's good to see you guys. And other than that, I'm going to leave the video there. I want to know what you guys think of these. I hope you guys can tell by this. I already love them. They're staying in the collection. This is a pair I'm keeping. And I hope to one day get the originals and the pack that came along with these. I was never able to grab them, so it'd be nice to have them one day. But other than that, I thank you guys for stopping by today. Choose to leave some comments down below. I will try to answer back to everybody, get some conversation going. I thank you all for the support. I hope you stick around. I have more content coming shortly, and I hope everybody has a great day. All right, bye.